Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to teach you class 5 cbse's first chapter super senses. In the previous classes we have studied that senses. So there are so many senses like your sense organs like your ears, nose, eyes, skin, and all these are your sense organ. Now we'll study about super senses. So what are these super senses? So super senses. Has this ever happened to you? You were eating in the playground. You were eating in the playground. Sorry. You were eating in the playground. So you were eating in the playground and an eagle flew down and took away your roti. So you will be having your lunch or your breakfast at your school break time, and sitting in your playground, and at that time an eagle or a crow has taken away your roti. Or as you walk softly past a sleeping dog, its ears stood up at once. So sometimes when you're walking by the dog which is sleeping, and when you walk, even that time the ears of the dog has stood up, and you dropped something sweet on the ground, and within minutes many ants collected around it. So you have dropped some sweet. So you have dropped some sweet on the ground, and ants have come around it in minutes. So why have you ever thought like why this happens? So let us find an answer for this. Animals also have different senses. They can see, they hear, taste, smell, and feel. So these animals like we have seen the eagle, the dog, and the ant, all these have senses. As we humans have a sense, so these animals also have senses. They can see, they can hear, they can taste, smell, and also feel. Some animals can see their prey from far away. Here the animals can see their food. They can see their food from very far away. There are some animals just like eagle. So eagle can see food from very far away and took away your roti from the ground. Some can hear even the faintest sound. So as we saw the dog, when we pass softly through the dog which is sleeping, its ears stood up. That is the faintest sound, the smallest sound the dog can hear. Some animals can find their friends by their smell. So here we are talking about the ants. The ants can find their friends. The group of ants come and collect the sweet which is fallen down. So they can find their friend by smell. The animal world is full of example of amazing senses. So different animal have different senses. So we can take example of many different animals with different senses. So यहाँ पे हम फर्स्ट चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हैं क्लास 5 CBSE का, जिसका नाम है सुपर सेंसेस. सो यहाँ पे थोड़े बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं प्लेग्राउंड में और खाना खा रहे हैं, और आपकी रोटी नीचे गिर जाती है और उसको ईगल आके उठा के ले जाती है. और एक लड़का जो है, एक कुत्ता सोए हुए कुत्ते के पास से गुजर रहा है, और वो कुत्ते के कान खड़े हो जाते हैं. और अगर थोड़ा सा स्वीट कुछ गिर गया तो ढेर सारे एंट्स उसके पास आ जाते हैं. क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि ऐसे क्यों होता है? हम हम आज जानते हैं कि ऐसे क्यों होता है, क्योंकि एनिमल्स के पास भी बहुत सारे सेंस होते हैं। जैसे हम ह्यूमन बींग्स के पास बहुत सेंसेस है कि हम देख सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं, ऐसे एनिमल्स के पास भी सेंसेस होते हैं कि वो देख सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं, टेस्ट कर सकते हैं, स्मेल कर सकते हैं और फील कर सकते हैं। तो थोड़े एनिमल्स जो है दूर से अपना खाना देख लेते हैं, जैसे ये ईगल ने किया था। और थोड़े जो एनिमल्स होते हैं वो बहुत छोटी सी साउंड, फेंटेस्ट साउंड भी सुन लेते हैं, जैसे इस कुत्ते ने सुना था। और थोड़े जो एनिमल्स होते हैं उनके फ्रेंड को उनकी स्मेल से पहचानते हैं। दैट इज़ ग्रुप ऑफ एंट्स कैसे आ जाते हैं जब ये स्वीट गिरता है, तो ये स्मेल पकड़ के आ जाते हैं। सो यहाँ पे एनिमल्स के पास भी बहुत सारे डिफरेंट सेंसेस होते हैं, डिफरेंट एनिमल के पास डिफरेंट सेंसेस होते हैं। सो इस अमेजिंग सेंसेस, ये सारे एग्जाम्पल्स है ये बहुत सारे एनिमल्स के। सो हाउ डिड द एंट recognize a friend? So an ant was going along the ground. It saw a group of ants coming from the other side. The first ant quickly came back to its hole. The ant guarding the hole recognized it and let it in. So यहाँ पे जो एक ग्रुप ऑफ एंट्स आ रहा होता है और एक सिंगल एंट चल के ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जा रहा होता है। तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जो फर्स्ट एंट है वो वापस चला जाता है अपने होल के पास, और वो होल को जो एंट गार्ड कर रहा होता है उसने उसको रिकॉग्नाइज करके अंदर छोड़ देता है होल के। ये क्यों होता है और वो एंट ने उसके फ्रेंड को कैसे रिकॉग्नाइज किया? जैसे हमने देखा था, ये एंट्स जो है स्मेल से अपने ग्रुप ऑफ एंट्स को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं। जैसे ये चलते हैं वो स्मेल छोड़ जाते हैं और दूसरे एंट्स उसको वो स्मेल से रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं। So how do these ants recognize their friend? So these ants recognize their friend, and like how did the first ant get inside the hole even in the presence of the guarding ant? So this guarding ant recognizes the first ant by its smell and let that ant inside the hole. How did the ant know that the other ants were not from its group? So how will it know? ये ant को कैसे पता चलता है कि वो अपने ग्रुप से नहीं है? सेम थिंग, उसका स्मेल से वो रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं कि वो अपने ग्रुप से नहीं है। How did the guard ant recognize this ant? सो व्हेन द गार्ड एंट जो है वो फर्स्ट एंट आता है, वो गार्ड एंट उसकी स्मेल से उसको रिकग्नाइज कर लेता है। ट्राई दिस एंड राइट। सो आप ये ट्राई कीजिए अपने घर पे। यू ट्राई दिस एक्टिविटी। ड्रॉप सम शुगर, जैगरी और एनीथिंग स्वीट ऑन द ग्राउंड. वेट until the ants come there. So if it is a casual thing that if you drop something on the ground that is the sweet, like sugar, jaggery or something sweet, ants immediately come over that sweet. So you wait for the ants to come there and see how long did it take for the ants to come. So you can check how much time did the ants take to come near the sweet. Did one ant come first or a group ant come first? So you can see one ant came to the sugar or many ants came together. What did the ants do with the food? So whatever you have thrown down, the sugar or jaggery or the sweet, what did the ants do with that? Where do they go from there? So after After coming to the sweet, where did they go back? Do they move in a line? Yes, you have to see that either they move in line or they randomly move anyhow. So you have to observe these things. In what ways do human beings make use of the special sense of smell of dogs? So we have seen that the dogs have a great sense of smell. So we have seen like human beings use these special sense of smells of dog in identifying the criminals. Okay, these dogs help doing this work. So ये कुत्ते जो होते हैं बहुत तेज़ी से सूंघ के ये स्मेल को पहचान लेते हैं, और इसको हम ह्यूमन बींग्स कहाँ यूज़ करते हैं कि हम इसको क्रिमिनल्स को पकड़ने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. When do you find your sense of smell helpful to you? List some examples, like to know by its smell that food has spoiled or gone bad, or that something is burning. So we have the sense of smelling, like so you have to tell how that is helpful. You have to list down how which is helpful for you. Like example, I'll tell you, if the food is spoiled, how do you know? Like we will smell that if it is smelling bad, that means the food is spoiled or gone bad. And if something is burning, we'll get to know by smelling. So if something your mama is preparing very good sweet or something, the smell can tempt you. Even that is a sense of smell. Name the animals that you would be able to recognize only by their smell without seeing them. So we have seen some insects. Okay, some insects leave a bad smell behind. So by that bad smell we can get to know it is a insect. So यहाँ पे आपको अपने सूंघने वाले सेंस से बताना है कि वो कैसे आपको हेल्पफुल है. सो 2 एग्जाम्पल यहाँ किताब में दिए हुए हैं. द फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल है कि खाने की बदबू से हमें पता चल जाता है कि वो खाना ख़राब हो चुका है, और हमें कुछ जलने की बू आती है तो पता चलता है कि कुछ जल रहा है. ऐसे ही अगर आपकी माँ कुछ बना रही है, उसकी खुशबू से पता चल जाता है. तो और एक क्वेश्चन है कि आपको कुछ एनिमल्स को ऐसे रिकग्नाइज करने हैं कि उसकी स्मेल से आप उसका नाम बता दें. तो कुछ इंसेक्ट्स होते हैं जो कुछ स्मेल पीछे छोड़ जाते हैं, और वो स्मेल से हम बता सकते हैं कि ये गंदा वाला इंसेक्ट आ गया था. राइट द नेम्स ऑफ 5 थिंग्स whose smell you like and 5 things whose smell you don't like. You have to do this. Okay, I like the smell of, I don't like the smell of. आपको बताना है कि 5 चीज़ें आपको बताने हैं जो आपको पसंद, जिसकी स्मेल आपको पसंद है, और जो 5 चीज़ें बतानी हैं जिसकी स्मेल आपको पसंद नहीं है. मुझे खाने की खुशबू पसंद है, चॉकलेट्स की पसंद है, और परफ्यूम की खुशबू पसंद है, और तेल की खुशबू पसंद है. सो आई लाइक द स्मेल ऑफ sweets, I like the smell of food, I like the smell of perfume, I like the smell of nail polish. So I don't like the smell of LPG, I don't like the smell of petrol, I don't like the smell of spoiled food. Say you have to name them like this in both the columns. Do you and your friends have similar answers? No, we don't. we will not have similar answers, because your friend might like some smell and you might not like the smell. Your tastes might be different. Do the clothes of any of your family members smell? Whose? Did you ever come across any smell in crowded places such as fair, bus, train, etc.? So, if you have come across any clothes smelling in your home, whose clothes were they? You have to tell. And you have to tell, you also have to tell that if you have gone in the bus or a train or a fair, so what smells have you come across? So in a fair we can come across the smell of the food. So why so? So here a story is given, let us see. Today Rajni had to go out for some important work. She had to leave her 6-month-old son Deepak with her sister Sushila. Sushila also has a baby of the same age. It was funny that both the babies did potty at the same time. She happily cleaned her daughters, but when she was cleaning her sister's son Deepak, she covered her nose with her dupatta or the scarf. So here a story is given of Rajni and Sushila, who are two sisters. So they both had babies of same age. Rajni had to go out somewhere and she was leaving her baby to her sister Sushila. So at the same time both the babies did potty, and this Sushila cleaned she cleaned her baby's potty very happily, but when she was cleaning her sister's baby's potty, she closed her nose with the scarf. Why did she do so? Sushila covered her nose when she cleaned Deepak's nappy, but not when she cleaned her daughter. Why did she did this? How do you feel when you walk near a heap of garbage? Think of the children who spend the whole day picking things from such a garbage. Is the smell good or bad for everyone in the same way, or does it depend on how one feels about it? So यहाँ पे रजनी और सुशीला दो बहनें हैं जिनके बच्चे छोटे से बच्चे हैं और वो जो सेम एज के हैं. यहाँ पे एक बच्चे ने दोनों बच्चे ने पॉटी कर दिया, पर एक माँ ने दोनों बच्चों का पॉटी क्लीन करना था. पर जिस माँ ने अपने बच्चे का पॉटी क्लीन करना था उसने खुशी खुशी कर लिया, पर दूसरे बच्चे का जब वो क्लीन कर रही थी उसने अपना नोज स्कार्फ से ढक लिया. क्यों ऐसे क्यों किया? वाई डिड शी डू सो? इट इज़ बिकॉज when she cleans her baby's potty every day and she is used to that smell. But whereas when she was cleaning her sister's baby's potty, she is doing this for the first time, and that is why the smell was a bit dirty for her and she has covered her nose. So ऐसे क्यों करती है कि ये जो है अपने बच्चे की पॉटी डेली साफ़ करती है और उसको अपने बच्चे के पॉटी के स्मेल की आदत हो गई है, और उसके बहन के बच्चे की पॉटी ये आज क्लीन कर रही है पहली बार, इसीलिए वो स्मेल उसको थोड़ा डर्टी लगा और उसने उसका नोज़ बंद कर लिया. सो यहाँ पे थोड़े बच्चे हैं जो गार्बेज पिक करने के लिए जाते हैं, और वही अगर हम गार्बेज के पास से चले जाए हमें कितना गंदा स्मेल करता है. ये बच्चों को आदत हो गई होती है ये गार्बेज पिक करने की, उन्हें ये स्मेल इतना गंदा नहीं लगता है. Now toss a small ball or a coin and try to catch it. Try this with both your eyes open, then close one eye and try to catch it. When was it easier? So imagine how it would be if you to have your eyes in the place of ears. What would you be able to do then which you cannot do now? So here is an activity given for you. Take a ball or a coin and throw it in the air and try to catch it, keeping both your eyes open, and throw it again. Keep one eye closed and one eye open and try to catch it, and tell me which was easier. So imagine, and also imagine that if you had your eyes in the place of nose and ears in the place of your eyes, how would you feel? आप मुझे बताइए कि आपको कैसे लगता अगर आपके कानों की जगह पे आपके आँखें होते और आँखों की जगह पे कानें. Some birds like kites, eagles, vultures can see 4 times as far as we. So eagles and vultures can see 4 times as we can see. These birds can see things from a distance of 8 meters. What can we see from 2 meters? So eagles can see from the distance of 8 meters. That is why they have taken your roti away when you were having in the school. So what can you see from 8 meter distance? So यहाँ पे ईगल जो है वो ईगल या तो वल्चर्स जो है हमसे 4 गुना दूरी से देख सकते हैं. ये 8 मीटर की दूरी से कुछ देख लेते हैं, इसीलिए उसने आपका खाना ग्राउंड से उठाया था. Do animals see colors? Animals cannot see as many colors as we can. See how things in these places will be seen by some animals. So in the picture it is given that human beings, we can see it clearly, how birds see them. So you can see how birds are seeing and how dog is seeing and how a rat is seeing. So it is believed that animals that are awake in the daytime can see some colors. Those animals that are awake at the night can see things only in black and white. So it is believed that the animals which are awake during the daytime, so like a dog or a birds, can see a little colors, but whereas those which are awake at the night time and sleep at the daytime cannot see colors. They can only see black and white. Okay, so you tell me that animals cannot see colors as clearly as we human beings see them. Okay. यहाँ पे एनिमल्स जो है वो कलर्स क्लियरली देख नहीं सकते हैं जैसे हम ह्यूमन बींग्स देखते हैं. जो एनिमल्स डे टाइम में जगते हैं वो थोड़े कलर्स देख सकते हैं, बट जो एनिमल्स नाइट टाइम में जगते हैं उन्हें सारा ब्लैक एंड वाइट दिखता है. तो आज के लिए इतना काफ़ी है और हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में फिर कंटिन्यू करते हैं आपके सुपर सेंसेस के लेसन को. थैंक यू.